Hello everyone, my name is Heidi Gilliland and I'm a Bachelor of Nursing student at Indiana State University. I will be presenting my health education project entitled Head Lice, Is This Really Happening? The population at risk is elementary age public school students. I feel this population is at risk because the elementary school environment creates a close proximity of bodies and belongings, and the students lack maturity to take proper precautions for head lice prevention. My goal is, at the end of this lesson, you will be able to describe 3 methods you can use for head lice prevention, identify nits in the hair by describing how nits are different from dandruff, restate 2 methods to rid lice in the body and home environment, find resources to aid in the eradication of recurring head lice infestations. Before we continue, I would like you to pause this presentation and take the pretest. You can find the pretest link in the video information section. Don't worry about getting the answers correct. This is simply to test your knowledge before you start. Also in the video information section, you can find the link to a brochure that will provide you a summary to this presentation. Some people think getting head lice means you are dirty, but this is not true. Anyone can get head lice, and actually, lice prefer nice clean heads to call home. Head lice is something that is present in almost every school, but there are some things you can do to prevent getting head lice. Lice can crawl, but they cannot hop or fly, so simply being in the same room or standing beside someone with lice does not mean that you are going to get lice. For children, you should never share hats or combs with your classmates, and when you get to school, it is best for you to put your clothing, including your coat, hat, and gloves, inside your backpack and zip it up. If you have long hair, you should try to keep it tied up in a ponytail or braided while at school. Tell an adult right away if your head has been itchy. For adults, check your child's head often for lice. Check the heads of children that are at your home for sleepovers. Lice lay eggs in your hair. The eggs are called nits. Nits are usually oval in shape, are smooth, and are yellow or brown. Nits can be more difficult to see on light hair. On light hair, you may see red bites on the scalp or what looks like dirt in the hair. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, lice usually lay eggs 1/4 inch from the scalp and an adult female can lay about 6 eggs per day. Also, the nits usually take 8 to 9 days to hatch, so by the time the itching starts, the lice may have been present for weeks. You may or may not see live bugs in your hair. The first picture is of a baby, which is called a nymph, and an adult louse. If your head is itchy and you aren't sure if you have nits or dandruff, here are some tips. Your fingers can move dandruff in your hair, and dandruff is usually different shapes and sizes all throughout your hair. You can see dandruff in picture 2. Nits are stuck to the hair shaft, so they will not move around, are oval shaped, and are commonly found behind your ears and at the base of your neck. You can see nits in picture 3. Okay, so you definitely have lice. Now what are you going to do? The first thing is, don't panic. You can find treatment for lice at a store that has a medicine section. You can ask the pharmacist what treatment they recommend. Follow the directions on the package. Different medicines require different follow-up treatment, so pay close attention to the directions. The treatment will come with a lice comb. Start by the head and take the comb through the ends of the hair in small sections. Be sure to have a tissue nearby to dispose of lice and nits in a trash can, or put hot water in the sink and dip the comb in hot water to clean it off. The lice will not survive in the hot water. There are many non-medicine treatments that can be found on the internet, often called natural. Oils and creams are thought to suffocate the lice, but are not proven to work. Whatever treatment you use, the most important thing is to get the nits out of the hair through repeated combing and rechecking the head for signs of lice for 2 to 3 weeks after treatment. If you are unsure about treatment, have questions, or unable to rid of the lice, then call your doctor. Your doctor can prescribe medicines that may be more effective than the medicines found in the store. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, lice can only live off of a human for up to 2 days. Nits usually won't survive after a week, and the greatest risk in getting lice is with head-to-head contact. So getting lice from your home isn't likely. However, it is a good idea and good peace of mind to go ahead and do everything possible to treat your home. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention states that heat of 130 degrees for at least 5 minutes will kill lice and nits. So wash all bedding, pillows, and clothes that the person has used in hot water. If you cannot wash the items, such as stuffed animals, seal these items in a plastic bag and place in the garage or out of living spaces for 2 weeks. Carpet and soft furniture, such as couches, should be vacuumed to remove any hair strands that could be left or any lice that may have crawled off of the person's head. Finally, if lice has made it into your home, you should check every head in the house for lice. For additional resources on head lice, you can contact your doctor for questions or for prescription treatments. Ask your pharmacist about available head lice medications. Call your school nurse. The school nurse is educated in head lice prevention and treatment and may also be able to provide more resources for you. Contact your state and/or county health department. Head lice do not spread disease, and therefore they are not considered as reportable. However, the health departments still have information and can help provide you a list of resources to help you. Finally, depending on the availability in your area, there are businesses that remove nits for you. This is especially beneficial in instances where lice are chronic and home treatment attempts have failed. Some services, like Lice Centers of Ohio, have locations where you set up an appointment and the technicians treat and remove nits at their location. Other services, like the Dublin Lice Nanny and Lice Doctors, come to your home and treat and remove nits in your home as well as inspect all members of the household. These services are privately owned and vary by area, so please do your own research to see what option works best for your family. I did a simple search of nit removal near me and found a number of options. Please take a moment now and click on the post-test link in the information section to see what you have learned. The post-test contains an answer key to check your answers. Here are references to the information I have provided in this presentation. I want to thank you for joining me, and I hope you have learned something new with me today.